live from the Screwball Whiskey Studios, SKREWBallwhiskey.com. Tomorrow's stories begin right here. Hashtag get screwed. Hashtag screw it forward. All other peanut butter whiskeys are posers. Screwball Peanut Butter Whiskey is the one and only original peanut butter whiskey. Come hang out with us in the Kill Tony Discord at killdiscord.com. And, of course, go to youtube.com/KillTony and watch Kill Tony live every Monday night at 8 p.m. Pacific time on YouTube. Here we are, Kill Every Monday, ladies and gentlemen. Episode number 5, killdiscord.com. Dave, Sarah, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, everybody.
I'm Yonder Wizard, Kelsey Hudgens, and we have the great and powerful Kristy Belich in with us this evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much. How are you, Kristy?
How's it going?
Oh, good. So, all right, this is going to be the year-end review of Kill Tony Discord and Kill Tony a little bit. We got some things we got to talk about. Tony gets COVID. Dun, dun, dun. Is it the end of Kill Tony forever? No, actually, it's not. Also, we just got an announcement today. Kill Tony is starting in Austin at, what is it, Antoine's or is it Antone's? I want to say it's Antoine's because it's kind of cooler, but I think it might be pronounced Antone's. In Austin, January 4th. I don't know the details of the bucket signups and all that, so I'm sure all of those will be answered very soon. Maybe Kristy has some insight to that because she is in Austin, actually, right? Now, we did find out that the tickets are $20 per person. You can get tables up to 5 for $100. I'd say get out there, support fucking Kill Tony. There's rumblings of who might or may not be there. Obviously, you have Mr. Joe Rogan. You have Mr. Dave Chappelle, possibly. Who knows? It's endless. Yonder Wizard, your thoughts. Kelsey Hutchins, please.
Oh, yeah. I mean, my thoughts personally are, I don't know. They're going to do something big. It's the first night in Austin. I mean, Tony went out there and did a show, and Rogan and Ron White got up with him. He's obviously been seen on Instagram with a lot of pictures with Dave Chappelle. So, I don't know. Maybe. What do you think about this, Miss the great and powerful Kristy Belich in the house? What do you think about who might be? And if you have any insight that are spoilers, obviously, use your own discretion. But who do you think might be on that guest table?
I wish that I knew. I think I'm on the same side as you guys. I mean, I am down here just hustling and grinding, going and doing road shows and mics, and I'm just grateful that I'm getting a lot of stage time down here. When it comes to the fancy people, I'm still a schlub. So I'm still going to Oklahoma City to dive bars with stripper poles. So
hell yeah,
that's where I'm at. But I don't have any insider. I wish I did. I don't even know if I'm getting up anymore. So
you know what? It's okay. Us at this show, we love speculation. We're just gonna speculate. It's gonna be Dave Chappelle, Ron White, and Joe Rogan all in one night. We're convinced. It's official. But that's awesome. I mean, so give us an idea of what's the open mic scene going over there. I'm not just saying that you're an open micer, of course, because you're definitely a feature act at the very least. However, we're just curious. What is the scene like out there right now?
Well, that's very sweet. I am doing any stages I can. So here, the stages for now, I think I just had a show. I was doing a New Year's Eve show. It just got postponed to 2021.
I was gonna say, how does a New Year's Eve show get postponed? But okay, yes.
They hit for the venue. But I've been out on the road all year, you guys. So I've been in every Republican state out there trying to do stage time. So where I'm at right now, I'm going between Austin, Oklahoma City, Dallas. I'm going to try and get down to Houston and whatever cities are open to get stage time.
What's the scene like in Oklahoma City right now? Or Oklahoma City specifically?
Fuck, I just got off a podcast with a friend of mine, and I'm going to Oklahoma City on Wednesday. You guys, I think it's because Brooktown was open all year. These motherfuckers are throwing fucking heat in Oklahoma City. Ooh. Very good comics. Very hard
good
workers.
Rooms.
Good rooms. I just did a room in called Killeen, or was it you got to look at my IG. I post all my shit on there. If you're looking for stage time, but Kilo, I guess, bar. So it's a really good. It's a
Shout
really
out.
good. It's a really good scene, you guys. They got Bricktown. I'll be at Bricktown Wednesday to support a friend who's emceeing.
That makes me very excited. Let me tell you something, because people especially think that I, being from Los Angeles and born and raised, that I would for some reason have spite or dislike the idea of Kill Tony going to Austin, and I say hell with that. I've been blessed with so much good comedy for my entire life, and this is a show that I love dearly, clearly, and I would the last thing the first thing I would want is new market, new life. I mean, this is not an ending. This is a commencement. This is a new beginning, and I love it. I'm all for it, honestly. So I'm happy that everywhere except for Los Angeles, comedy is thriving. Let it thrive. It will thrive somewhere. Believe me.
It will thrive. You're in. So you're still in LA, and Yonder. Are you in Myrtle Beach right now?
Yep, I'm still in Dirty Myrtle.
And you're playing gigs. I saw
The
you were on
Mertz.
some gigs.
Yeah.
Are you playing?
Yeah, I'm honestly, I'm playing more than I'd like to because I'm just lazy. And but yeah, it's actually going really good
An embarrassment of riches.
out here right now.
The curse of the gifted. Sorry,
Believe
continue. They want you
gigs.
in and out.
They
Plus,
don't
you
want me
want
to-
to be in and out.
They don't want to hear my jokes. Like, they don't give a shit about that.
You got some good. I mean, I disagree actually. I think a good guitarist with good jokes is like, for example, we have Dimitri Martin, right? Dude, he's been hilarious with a guitar for, I don't know, years. But so Tony Hinchcliffe contracts COVID-19. Thoughts? I didn't think COVID-19 can get Republicans. I'm not saying that he's a Republican, but he is definitely a Trump supporter, seems like. Any thoughts? No thoughts? Okay, great.
I mean, you've been in LA. Were you ever at the store during the COVID times,
Mm-hmm.
Dave?
I backed it. I was there very often during the COVID times. Like I was going, hoping to sign up even because even when it was wishy-washy, we weren't sure. And then even when they made a definitive decision to go to taped recordings, I was still showing up, watching the show, hoping maybe I can sneak in for another set here and there. But in the end, I stopped going because and I would go to Saturday shows and watch Tinfoil Hat sometimes too. So I was a regular supporter of. I mean, I had gone at least in the COVID time at least a dozen times. So I mean, that's decent. But what I felt was like, there's only a few spots, and like I don't want to keep bugging Tony, see if I can get in. And he didn't seem like he was overly like, interested in me coming back on anyway. I feel like if he really wanted me, but he could have gone me. But so I was just like, let the people who haven't done it do it. I got my minute in there here in LA finally at the Comedy Store. Something that I was trying to do for like almost 2 years that I never got on. Finally, I got on, and so it's something to mark off my list. But definitely, I had ideas of hoping to go on January 4th, this coming Monday. But for me personally, I think it's going to be a little difficult for me to get there this week. But on my birthday, which is a Monday, January 18, Uncle Dave is planning a trip out to good old Austin, Texas. See, hopefully you can get on, and
Hell
so
yeah.
I'll probably do that at the end of the week, at the end of the month. So that's something to look forward to. That's probably 90% gonna happen. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Oh, man.
and I'm gonna come find you and be like, you said I could sleep on your couch. No, I'm just joking. Or like, can I sleep in your car at least?
Maybe in the back of the car.
It's weird.
Yeah.
But no, I mean we have friends. I have friends out there, and honestly, the people on the Kill Discord are fucking awesome too. You just send out a message, hey, I'm coming to Austin, anywhere I can crash for a night, and there's more than enough people that have been like, hell yeah, dude, get your ass over here. So
I do want to say that just real quick. Like, I want to brag for a second on our Discord. Like, our Discord is fucking
brag here.
Incredible.
It's the best.
Like, it really is
Guys,
the best.
it's the
And
best.
I could be biased, but I'm not. I'm just right. And it's like, there's so many things that have come out of this Discord that have literally changed people's fucking lives. And not only that, we
had our first Discord baby.
We're
gonna have a Discord marriage. We're gonna have a marriage between two members of this Discord channel that met each other on this Discord channel in the last year, and will be getting married. Mark my words. It's not official yet, so hopefully I don't jinx it. But yeah.
Yeah, well, here's the jinxing marriages.
Yeah,
but
honestly, yeah, let's jinx it.
But
Fuck
no,
them. Why should they be happy?
This Discord is really incredible, and you can join us at killdiscord.com. Don't forget about that. But yeah, there's a lot of really cool things when everybody brought up the fact about moving to Austin. Like I've mentioned, I'd like to split some time there and, still keep my summer gig here. And, like just take, and I've basically got a year-round gig here, but I could take a few months of the year and go spend in Austin, which would be really cool to do. Like dip my toes in some different water. Kristy, what do you feel like? Have you gone to any music venues out there at all? What's the music vibe like?
Beautiful, dude. Beautiful. I mean, that's what sold me. A friend of mine took me to a music venue to listen to country. I love country music, and like, it's been a long time. I love jazz and country rock. So
oh yeah,
it's been forever, man, because of pursuing stand-up, just to sit and listen to somebody just practice guitar on stage. Like, it's like their weekly gig, and it was just really perfect. Like, if you're a music dude, this is the place for you. I really,
yeah.
other than like New Orleans, I would say Austin is just, and probably Nashville. I haven't been to Nashville yet, or Memphis, but I feel like, and I don't know what the Myrtle Beach scene is. I know that the old jazz guys used to love going down to Myrtle Beach from New York to make money during the summer, but
oh yeah,
yeah.
That's the one thing about here that's really cool is there's like a built-in crowd from March to basically October. So that's one really cool. I would be a fool to walk away from the dollars, really, is where I'm getting, is where what's keeping me mostly grounded here. But I don't know, if I went out to Austin and just fell in love with that place, it's almost like I'd have to start back at square one. I'm established in Myrtle Beach already, but I would have to do work, and I'm lazy. And so I would have to do work if I went to Austin. So that'd be a fun little game for me to play, I think.
Like,
do it all again.
Yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. The like for me, it's not really feasible for me to move. I would love to move. I hate seeing the fact that I can't go. I mean, I can go look, at some point, this is going to be the same argument that I had to get over initially, which is when I first started doing stand-up, which was I started to, what's the word? I was starting to feel defeated a little bit because like I was making the drive. I was driving an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours to like some of these gigs after work, rush hour traffic, sometimes staying for 2-3 hours, not getting on. And it was starting to become a little, and then I had to keep telling myself, motherfucker, people move from Alabama to Los Angeles. They struggle, they sell everything, they have no belongings, they come to do it, and you can't use that excuse. Right now the excuse for me is like, the mics are whack, and I don't want to do it in Jamar's apartment and say, you know what I mean? Like, it's not that, I'm not knocking that shit, but it's just that like if you feel like you're going backwards, but it's not true. You just gotta be a muscle. Doesn't matter where the gym is, as long as you're exercising. And like, I've lost kind of that a little bit of that, and I need to get back into it certainly. So I don't know if you could
Yeah,
talk about that a little bit.
I got a question for you both then, because this is interesting to me. Um, what what do you both want? Like, what is it you want on a deep fundamental level? Why did you start doing this? What brought you to comedy? What brought you to music?
Well, I
I'll
want to
start with
complete an absolute extinction of the world, but that's a
it's a good
whole other
one.
issue. But I'll start this first. Like I definitely it is my goal to be a stand-up comedian.
Mm.
Now, this is the first time like I just started working a 9 to 5 in March. Before this, most of my stand-up quote unquote career for the past 4 years before this was I had a job that I was able to go to or not go to. It was just enough for me to get by, and then only more recently, um, but it's just like with everything. I hope that my priorities are not changing because really my priority is to do stand up, which is like I would love to leave LA and go to Austin and go do it, but it's just I can't do that right now. I mean, I have, you know, other obligations that need to be tended to. So it's just right now I'm just kind of I feel like I'm in a lull period. I'm in a holding pattern. Just get the internet stuff going, try to build up my YouTube stuff, Twitch, whatever, try to get that up a little bit, and then finally make a return back into the spotlight. Yonder.
Well, do you want hard medicine or like soft medicine? Okay, Yonder, I'm gonna hear your answer.
I mean, hard medicine definitely.
Okay,
Only
Yeah.
the
I'm
hard
listening.
stuff.
I I
I'm
I I,
listening.
I think the same. Hard medicine for sure. However,
Okay.
um, yeah, mine just kind of like I don't know. It's the only thing that I was good at from trying it. You know, like it was the thing that I didn't really have to put a lot of effort into. Like that's why I do music because it's like the I don't know. It's the one thing that I have. Like it's my thing. It found me. Like I didn't have to put forth a lot of effort into learning it, and it just sort of like yeah, it just found me. So I feel like I feel like I have to do it, and I think that I want because I write a lot as well. I want to further my original music. I want to get my yeah, I just want to get more of my original music out there, and I don't think that here is the place to do that
All right,
because
hard medicine time now.
here is yeah,
Sorry.
this is just cover songs. You know, people just want to hear the same dozen songs that they hear on the radio on loop. You know, so
Yeah.
I can't really do that here, but that's my thing is I really want to play my own music somewhere eventually.
And who would you say like is your favorite? Like, who's the musician you always go to? Like, who's your go-to when you're thinking about career stuff?
Honestly, Tom Waits,
Okay.
which is odd because you know he's
Oh.
big in Japan, but uh,
He sounds like Bruce Springsteen in a blender, but go on. He's a great
yeah,
writer.
what's he building in there? Nah, but yeah, I really like Tom Waits. I like Tom Waits because he doesn't give a shit. He just does him. He's like, this is what I do. I'm gonna do this, and nobody else can do this the way that I do it because, like, I'm. This is just who I am. It's so everything that he does is so of himself that he doesn't care what people think, and that is where I want to get to. Like I've listened to his recordings, and he doesn't like polish his recordings or anything. He just releases them how they come out of the session, and I don't know. I really appreciate that. Like to not get in the way of your music, like to let your songs be what they are and not try to get in the way of them. That's my biggest influence right
Oh,
now,
okay.
anyway.
Dude, okay. So, um, Now, I mean, I read these Discord things that are like, she's not a real psychic, blah 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 blah, needs
Fuck
new
those
teeth. Like
people.
I read all these, I read all these things, but really, like, and what Sam Tripoli said on this podcast is very very
Yeah.
true. Like dudes, you guys, okay.
I love
Can I
Sandra.
just tell you? Can I just tell you that not only so there were two of us, me and my friend Nikki, really really pretty girl that was the first girl tonight on the podcast.
Very pretty.
And her and I moved out from Baltimore, pretty much around the same time to LA. And
Very
throughout
funny.
this whole, she's amazing, and we made a pact during this COVID time that we would try and get on Kill Tony every time that they were signing up. Now, every fucking week during this pandemic, there was a wrench thrown at us every week. It was different.
Yeah.
And we still showed up. We still figured it out. I mean, once I was in Tucson, I drove from Tucson to LA.
I think I was there that night.
It was rough, and it was still a turn away. So, I do have
Yeah.
a regular monthly spot, but dudes, I don't even fucking know what that means. I
Yeah.
just know that I still gotta fight. So,
Well, sorry. Yeah, remember, I don't know if you were there the day when they thought we were gonna all do it outside. And then, like, I remember I seeing Nikki Bond was there. Obviously, like a bunch of other open micers. It felt like an older type of Kill Tony. It was like we were gonna do it outside, and then Tony came out and said, "No, unfortunately, we thought we were gonna do it outside, but we're not doing it inside. We're gonna do it inside. We're gonna do it inside, not outside." And then he picked a couple people. I think you might have been there that day too. And you're like, "Oh, we came from Tucson." That might have been one of the nights, but yeah, speaking to Wrench, that's exactly how it felt every single time. And like, this was the thing too early on when I first started doing stand up, which was my goal was to get on Kill Tony, but I had to a year into it. I've been trying to get on to Kill Tony for a year. I have done 3 sets in that whole year, and I'm like, dude, this isn't what it's for. So I gotta make it, and then I gotta make it so that when I come out here, I mean, I only live like 10 minutes east of downtown LA, but for me to get to Hollywood from my house to Hollywood takes about an hour and a half in rush hour traffic. Not anymore because apparently people aren't working anymore. But the point is that like I was realizing I'm like, dude, I'm not doing any sets. I need to go out here and do them. It's not just about getting on Kill Tony. Sure, that's a great byproduct of it, but it needs to be about getting in, getting the time done. And then I remember having some brutal sets like early on and even recently too. At some of the open mics around like, Sycamore Tavern or fucking Bird's Back Room and all that shit. So yeah, I mean, wrenches, and now it's a whole other wrench. But it's gonna be fun. I gotta start talking to myself again in the mirror and getting my fucking my words down again.
Most of the time, I am my own wrench. I think. I feel like, and Dave can
so
probably
philosophical.
No, you probably have seen me do this many times to where I would just mentally fuck myself out of situations, like just mentally.
Sure.
And I do that.
That almost happened 20 minutes
often.
ago, literally.
It literally did. Which makes a lot of sense because I'm a Libra, right, Kristy? That's what we do.
Oh wait, so are you like are you into gematria or anything like that too? Like gematria or like what else? I guess would be astrology.
I definitely am. I'm an astrologer, and just like in the comedy world, it's just as competitive.
Of course.
I've written for some major publications. I've done work at Vogue. I've done work for horoscope.com, which is so I've done all that kind of stuff on that side of the world. And then but here's so you're Capricorn, Dave, and we've got a Libra with Yonder. And if you want the and I'm an Aries, if you want the hard medicine, so here's the hard medicine.
Yeah.
So I am about to go back into living in the car, basically, on Wednesday. Getting here was hellish. Getting to LA earlier this year was hellish. I took a Greyhound bus from Baltimore to Los Angeles. I didn't have a car at all. And so my thing is, if you want to do stand up, if you want to do music, you gotta fucking not be scared. What I'm hearing from Yonder is that you want to have a not give a fuckness factor in your writing and in just doing your thing, which that's so funny because I kind of get that off your videos. I mean, you posted that video on IG about being everybody's daddy and picking up guitar strings after
Damn, the
comics.
girl
That's
comes
No
prepared.
shit.
The girl comes prepared with some background noise,
Hey,
and she
listen.
knows what's up with Mr. Yonder Wizard that
Listen.
week, dude. Get
I-
out of here.
I appreciate you remembering that because I fucking hate that, by the way.
I love that video, man. I love that. And I'm sure a lot of musicians would understand that because and I used to live like when I was in Brooklyn, I lived in an attic and the people below me were wedding musicians. So I know that that money is so hard to like walk away from. And
Yeah.
that like regular gig money
Right.
is it's so easy to pay your bills on time. But today, for example, on my fucking Facebook, I had to post like I will donate, you know, for those who donate to my Venmo, I will send you tarot cards because I woke up this morning after busting my ass delivering food yesterday to a negative bank account and I was like, are we back here again? No. And so
Why don't you go and shout out that Venmo account
Yeah,
real quick?
drop
for
that,
us,
drop
dude?
that Venmo.
Yeah, go
it's
ahead
in
and
the
shout that out real
positive again.
quick. Go for it.
But it's at Kristy Kristy dash Belich Belich. And
Yeah, it is.
the thing about that is, okay, guys, if here's the model I follow. I follow the Church of What's Happening Now model, which is Joey Diaz's model of road work. He is somebody who I love so much. But his podcast really does teach us the model of following our dreams, whether it be music, comedy, or writing, because a lot of us self-sabotage. And I am the queen of doing this. And I know I'm probably sitting next to I'm looking at a Capricorn and a Libra. You know, Capricorn, your thing I feel is fear. You know, I saw that you did kill Tony, and then I was like, well, he did it once. I wonder what's holding him back. And what I heard you say is, you know, we were there every fucking week, Nikki and I, and even when we got turned away, you know, and there was a lot, Tony's Tony. He's not an easy guy to figure out. He has mood swings, and you never know what you're gonna get from him that week. Meaning, he could be really nice to you when you're trying to get on, or he could completely dismiss you and not even look you in the eye. That is something I experienced back in my career when I worked with military guys, and it doesn't scare me. It's just something you have to accept. And then you have to accept the vulnerability of possibly bombing that night, which is a huge factor. Being a weirdo, I'm doing astrology on Kill Tony when I've been a road comic, you know, for a majority of this. So it's like, well, I want these fucks to see that I'm also a writer, that I also headline and feature on the road too. I'm not headlining big stuff, but I did my first 50 in January.
Wow, dude.
And so
Hell yeah.
and then we go from that to COVID and I have to start over again.
Yeah.
And I just did, you know, so it's like, okay, well, you know, where's back to the roots? Right now the goal was always the Comedy Store. And maybe that's not the same goal. We might not have the same goals, Dave or Yonder, but we do have a passion for what we do. Something brought us to this passion. And maybe, Dave, you're a video comic. Like, do you want to be an onstage comic? Because you seem like you are fucking holding your authority here in your podcast. I don't know. Was that too mean? Was I being mean?
No, not at all. Sorry, my brother was at the door there. But no, you're right about that because okay, look, no, it for me was getting the energy to get up and go and do these things. And like I just or when I first started, I just felt um how's the word sex? Was I just hated waiting around. I'd rather have gone. You know, I spent a lot of time just trying to get on to mics instead of just going and doing what I thought were quote unquote shittier mics. And it took me like a year or so to get out of that rhythm. And then now it's sort of the same feeling back in. I'll tell you one thing: the best stand up I ever did was when I was there was a period of time when I was having anxiety when Kill Tony would come on, and I'm watching it live at home with whatever, on Discord or whatever, just watch. I was having anxiety, thinking I should be there. I should have signed up this week. Like, what was I? Why didn't I go? It was giving. So, and then when that kind of went away, is when I started realizing, oh, I'm starting to get complacent. Like, I'm not. The drive is falling apart. And I'm telling you, dude, a 9 to 5 job, it does that to you. It makes you so complacent. And the weird thing with COVID, plus starting the 9 to 5 at literally the same time that COVID happened, he put me in this weird down. I don't want to call it downward spiral because I'm not like depressed or anything, but it put me in this spiral of complacency. So that's definitely something that is going to be addressed. That is already mentally addressed, but will have to now physically be addressed. If that makes sense.
It's such a hard decision because I mean, I've gone, I mean, there were I've had so much hell in the last 2 years of making that permanent, like, this is the goal. Comedy Store is the goal. And there have been nights without food. There have been nights walking from the Comedy Store for 2.5 hours without any money for an Uber,
Mm-hmm.
just saying, all right, this is a 2.5 hour walk, and just keep it moving. But
Yeah.
I'm lucky in the sense that I lived in New York for almost a decade. And I'm lucky because I did start comedy technically in New York City, and I'm used to barking for stage time or selling tickets.
Yeah.
Dave, I hate to say that the decision for you is going to have to be like yes or no. It's going to have to, because I feel like you're tiptoeing
Yeah, I
and
know.
you're self-sabotaging yourself.
See, this was a perfect storm of what I needed exactly not to happen, because it was the fact of me getting a 9 to 5 on top of the stage time being more scarce, because at the end of the day, before this happened in March, I was just like, yeah, I'll just pay $5 and go do, or $10 and go do Bert's back room, then go grab a drink at Sycamore, do another five. Like, these were things that were readily available to me to do at all times. And now that it's not, that I feel like, I haven't gotten out of my funk yet. And so I need you to tell me to get out of my fucking funk, dude. This is what I
Well,
need. I need you to crack a whip under my ass, dude.
I have
I'm
so
telling
many
you.
questions for both of you. Can we just
Yeah,
do a
keep it coming,
temperature
baby.
feel? How are you both feeling right now?
Okay, personally, I've been
Yeah.
falling apart. I've been
Okay.
slowly falling apart, little by little. I've been convinced. I've been convinced lately that everyone is sick of me, that I have worn out my welcome with people. I have convinced myself that people don't want me around, and that
Oh,
people
come on.
I've literally, I've convinced myself of these things, and I've talked to other people who I feel have been feeling a lot of the same energies, and I am wondering, and if I'm stepping on something that you're already going to get at, please let me know. But does any of this have anything to do with all the fucking planets aligning?
Well,
Yeah.
we we do have an emotional full moon tomorrow. We did have something called the Great Conjunction last week on the 21st. Um, and it is definitely a time where power is changing. And next year we're gonna go through this revolutionary renaissance where we're gonna have to say no more. And I was just talking about this with Nikki on her podcast because
Wow.
it's just like how much is enough for us? How much is like the bullshit going to be thrown? How many businesses have to close for us as literally citizens who were given freedom to say, fuck you guys, shove it up your ass, we're taking our money back, we're taking our power back, and go fuck yourselves.
My
Now,
favorite is sorry to cut you off, but my favorite is like when people come out and they're like against the establishment, but for some reason, like, they anyway, I'm sorry, continue what you were saying. I didn't mean to cut you off there. I didn't really
I'm
have a
not
point here.
I'm not against the establishment. I'm against
Okay.
fuckery. I'm against
Exactly.
fuckery. I'm against fucking greedy ass hoes who still be out there hoeing.
Fuck yeah.
And it's
Pork
not
belly.
and the thing is, okay, so on a personal level between you two, Yonder, I think you're the coolest dude ever. You were so sweet.
Oh, thank
You have
you so
always
much.
been like just the sweetest, kindest person.
Aw.
And you don't even
Aw.
fucking know me. And it was scary, dude, because
Aw.
when somebody said, "Hey, get on this Discord," I'm like, "Oh my God, it's gonna be a bunch of guys just being like mean to me and saying like mean things." But you have been so sweet. And Dave,
Shout out to the Discord,
Thank you
baby.
so much.
Yeah,
Dave, you're such a cutie.
oh,
Like
thank
you're
you.
so cute.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, you're such a very nice person, and you've been so enthusiastic. We've actually been trying to get you on here for a while now. You've been so enthusiastic. I love that you messaged me. And I'm such a bad, like, I would have never thought, because what I think is I'm bothering. I don't want to bother her and be like, but I'm glad you totally reached out. I'm so glad that this happened again today. And yes, look, if you're looking for a Discord of masturbating boys playing with their dick for 12 hours in a day, this is not the Discord for you, okay? This is the Discord for normal fucking people, okay, who like to come on. You don't have to be a goddamn comedian, but come on, you have fun, you be normal in voice chat, you talk in Kill Tony chat like a normal fucking person, no child porn, no scat porn, and just play along, dude. It's very easy.
We
okay?
do have very specific rules, and I don't know. Like this has been a topic of conversation in the Discord lately, which we'll do a little behind baseball, but for this, but yeah, it's just been a topic of conversation lately with the Discord. Like people have been telling me that I'm grumpy and that I have a lot of rules
really?
and things like that.
Oh.
Not honestly, in their defense, I have been kind of grumpy lately. I self-admittedly, but yeah, the reason that this place is as cool as it fucking is because I am that way.
People who care. Yes, we have people
Because
who care.
I am that way.
We have
And
loyal supporters that have been here for a long time. We don't want to see this oasis go to shit. And
Exactly.
we will do everything we will protect it at all costs. Look, there's certain things you have to uphold here. Okay. Yes, the point of a Discord channel is, in my opinion, this doesn't go for everything, but in my opinion, the point of the Discord channel is to be one step removed from the artist. Okay, so that whatever happens with the community doesn't lay on them. So we can go to town on Discord over here, and something outrageous happens and it gets banned. Sure, it looks bad on them, but there's no literal repercussions that can ever really go, trail back to them. With that said, if you want to have a respectful community, you have to have respectful guidelines and things like that. And like, we want it to be funny. We're not looking for fucking trolls. All of us were already trolls.
Yeah, we're
So
trolls.
if you're
Are
gonna
just
you think you're gonna
very
come in
good
and
at it.
troll us? It's not gonna happen, dude. You're gonna need to buy lessons from us. Get on Uncle Dave's Patreon, okay? He'll teach you how to troll from the basics. You'll learn from the beginning. But anyway, yes, thank you. Hold on. So let's get into this real quick, okay? Kristy, thank you for bringing this up, by the way, because just to show you how fucking awesome we are, dude, we had a Secret Santa. And as far as I know, look, I haven't gotten my gift yet, but I'm pretty sure it's going to come. But I know mostly everybody that's done the Secret Santa has gotten their gifts. Some beautiful stuff. If so, in my eyes, what do you think, Yonder? Success?
So far,
So far, so good?
So far, so good. It was to have you, Kristy, have you ever done a Secret Santa before?
I have. I love Secret Santas.
Now,
this
it is a little weird because it's online.
Yeah, so it being online, I know that there are websites and everything that organizes all this stuff, but the only way that everybody felt comfortable with doing this thing somehow was to send me all of their addresses, and I personally just handed out, I drew names out of I shook them in a tin and dumped names out one by one, lottery style, and just paired everybody together. And for it to have been done like that, I am very surprised at how well it went, actually.
Yeah, because, there are lots of Discord channels out there where you will not catch me dead giving my fucking home address to anybody out there. But that's probably the biggest concern we have with all this. But seems like everything's been okay. I don't think anybody's really gotten stiffed yet. We'll find out, I guess. Watch me be the one that gets fucking stiffed, like, fuck this mod. Piece of shit. But anyway, so Secret Santa did well. The other big thing that we've been doing that has actually been quite successful, Yonder Wizard, if I don't say myself, is book club, dude. How is book club? You loving it?
Book club's fun. I wish that the people who said they would be involved, because I get a little discouraged when I put effort into things and it doesn't go the way that I envision them in my mind, which I think is another trait of my zodiac. And
right.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that I feel like that it's going a lot better than it should have, because there's like a dozen of us that are reading a book that nobody, I mean, nothing against the guy who chose the book, but nobody gave a shit about. Like, kind of not like nobody really, like, what is this? Like, what is this book? By the way, the book is The Hajj by Leon Uris.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I got that right.
What year was it written?
I think it was, I'm not sure about the year it was written. I know that it takes place in the 20s.
Yeah, well, no, I think 1945 Palestine, or is it before that? Is that when he talks about the prelude? Is it when he's born? I don't know, but it's like, mid 1900s Palestine. But so far, crazy book. I've been loving it.
Yeah, Osama been loving that book. It's like,
good job.
Thank you. It's that's a very niche joke. Only 7 people from this Discord will get. It's
well, I did mention Palestinian, so maybe that would help.
Yeah, we need all the help we can get.
Kristy, what was the last book you read?
Actually, I'm listening to audiobooks when I'm driving.
Okay. Now, I'm not against audiobooks at all, but I will say this. It is now I'm appreciating more reading the book because we're reading it out loud, like on voice chat together as well.
Yeah.
And you know, when you haven't done it in a long time, dude, reading from pages out loud can be a little difficult, not gonna lie. I find myself skipping over some letters and some words every once in a while, not gonna lie, but I just kind of breeze over it, like it makes no, like, like it makes sense. Usually I can kind of like put the words in see, because it's different than reading a script, because a script would be like, like a book would say, "I'm here," he said softly, but like a script says softly, "I'm here," so the veracity or whatever of the word. But it's been good. It's a fun book. I think it will get bigger, definitely. See, like when we have these things like Watch Party and stuff like that, like you just expect Watch Party to obviously be big, because you just send out a Watch Party thing. Everybody who has the badge comes in, sits down. They don't even have to say anything. They watch the movie, and it looks like it's a success. Book club, it's a little more nuanced. There's involvement. You got to download the book. You got to read the book. So
and then
so it's gonna be slow.
If book club is ever over, then people will have to just go door to door saying that they're douchebags. So like, how will they know then?
I mean, I guess so. But
I'm just kidding.
I know you are.
because
just one big
it's
joke,
very
too.
yeah. Anyway, no, but I find myself when I'm reading shit that I'll just be looking at the words half the time. So I actually do kind of prefer audiobooks. Like it's like a podcast that's I don't know. Like if there's a book you haven't read forever that you want to, and
like
you don't have the time. I read it. Well, I listened to it on audiobook like recently. And dude, it's incredible because people that read it, they go into character and shit and do all the voices and stuff. If you get a good one, it's awesome. I love it.
Like, Kristy, what's the longest audiobook you've listened to?
I'm trying to think. Well, right now,
Typically, what are they, like 3.5 hours?
no, they're longer. They're like 6 hours, I would say.
Oh, whoa, okay.
The one I did listen to one that was really short. But I think it's so. The Judgment Detox by Gabrielle Bernstein recently going to Vegas, from California. I just wanted something I could like get, finished. But I think it's fascinating that you guys have like a chat room where everybody reads to each other.
Yeah.
That is bad. That's badass.
We do it just like school. We'll just pass
just
around.
like school. Popcorn, Yonder Wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it right here. So we have it's typically we've typically picked books that like can be printed out. Really, this is only the first 3 chapters, by the way. But so yeah, we like so this is a voice chat. I don't know if you're familiar with Discord. I'm not explaining to you a little bit. You just have to click the link. But what would happen is if you slide from left to right on your Discord phone, on your app, it'll bring up all the channels that are within the Kill Tony channel. So within the Kill Tony channel, there's Kill Tony chat, general chat, new podcasts, music, art, blah blah blah. And then below that is our different voice channels. So we have a book club voice channel where we're supposed to do it on Sundays. Sunday you come in, or like we started doing it because it was a little bit like it was the holidays. We all got in, we started just reading out loud, and it was fun. It was cool. I mean, it's the book was good. It's actually, it had a really interesting opening, talking about like a child being weaned off his mother's breast and like so infatuated with like how long he was breastfeeding and stuff like that. So it just had a good funny attack. But
yeah, I like that, the lactation aspect.
But aside from that, what other things? So like as far as Kill Tony goes for the year,
he got it.
What do you think? Like, give us your general thoughts on it. Like, give us any aspects that you think it was interesting. How they went from Better Box Studios, how they had the other studios, they went back to the Comedy Store. Just generalize the year in review. What you think? How it was? Like, in my personal opinion, like they obviously did the best they can with what they had, with the cards they were dealt. And honestly, I think it's going to be them moving to Austin. I think it's going to be awesome. Awesome.
I mean, it's been an emotional year.
Yeah.
From the first time I was on Kill Tony in 2018 to being able to be at the Comedy Store again after a hellish year in 2019, and to commit to Kill Tony during a pandemic when every week was like, okay, so this week we're a restaurant, so you have to have food on the table, or this week, we're just putting you through the back door because nobody's going to be there, which that last taping, you guys, I know there were a lot of people complaining about that only video YouTube, but if you guys knew, those last 2 episodes, those last 4 episodes actually, because they did a Monday and a Tuesday taping, the hell, like just the sheer amount of like John Hanford, he was on with us, he was on with Nikki. I lived on his couch in Joshua Tree. We drove out both days. We drove out both fucking days to try and get on. The first day we were rejected. Tony said, not this time. You're not going to get on this time. Sorry. Still drove out. I put on some Tool, and I was like, John, he drove the first day. The second day, we put on some fucking Tool. And I just went from Joshua Tree to fucking straight to the Comedy Store. And I was just in this zone. And we all three got on that same show.
Sick.
Last day of taping. And then everything
Oh,
closed
yeah.
the next day. Dude.
I know.
That
Apocalyptic.
is... I feel all of us who have been doing comedy during this year are making history without us even knowing we're making history because it's so different.
Yeah.
We're just doing our thing. And or music or art or anything. But if anybody ever comes at me, I'm gonna say this show kept me from helped me find my voice again. And I feel like this show kept comics. At the end of the day, whether people like certain people on the show or not, or have problems with certain people, or don't like whether they fuzz out the film or not, we were still fucking doing it, and they still provided that platform for comics.
They went to the bitter end.
They went to the end, so God bless Brian Redband,
Hell
God
yeah,
bless Tony Hinchcliffe, God bless
Absolutely.
their fucking band. Their
That's
band,
right,
you guys.
baby. God bless
God
them. I
bless
love
their
it, baby.
Band.
I know you guys are clapping out there too.
God, those
Nothing
guys.
but love, man. Like I said, this isn't. Like I said, I could be spiteful. There's no reason for me to be. I could be. I could be. Why are they selling out? I was even saying, hey, look, dude. If you're from Los Angeles and you're moving out to Austin, you're a fucking homo. But honestly, dude, that's the way it's looking for me. Like, if I can make it out there, I am definitely gonna make it. I'm already starting to look for jobs. We're gonna see if if it can happen. It can happen. It may not be quick, but it'll be done right. And I'm gonna fucking make sure that, like, if it's not happening over here, dude, I need to find the outlet. There's only so long that I can go, and like I said, you cracked a whip under my ass. You started a fire under my ass too, so which is good. I love it, baby.
Fourth Wall?
That's why I
Is
do
Fourth Wall
this.
still running? Are they still doing outside? Fourth Wall?
I don't think so. I mean, they might be, but you know, I'm at a point right now where I'm teetering. But yeah, I mean, Fourth Wall, whatever is open, I gotta just start getting at it. Stop making excuses. But I was thinking about this too. It'd be funny. See, I don't know if like Joelberg is making the trip out there, if he's gonna be like on the show all the time, if he's gonna live out there. I have no idea, no news. But would it be funny to me if, like, let's say he doesn't go out to Austin, let's just say for a reason, that like he at one of the first shows that he's at, that he loses the Mexican drum off to somebody, and then that person becomes the new drummer for Kill Tony. I think that would be funny if something like that would happen. If that's, like I said, obviously if Joelberg stays, we want him to stay.
That'd be a very very smooth way to pass that on.
Do we know about the band? Who's staying? Who's going? Do we know? Is Jeremiah staying, going? Joelberg staying, going? Do we know yet? I think there's anything definitive yet with the bands.
Honestly, I think everything's going to be a surprise.
It's good.
Next Monday, from
good,
what I can tell, because I was trying to figure out, because I do virtual Red Band with Red Band. I do virtual Red Band with Red Band every now and again, and I've asked him, and like everything seems to be very secretive as far as who's coming and what's going on, which I kind of like. I enjoy the mystery of, like, I don't know. It's fun. It's fun to think about. But
they keep the band. I really, really think they're awesome people, and they just add, like, they are the show. Like,
Absolutely. They 100%. The characters, like I'm partial to the early. I'm partial to like the early 200s. In the Kill Tony era of when they were just getting big enough to have really great established comedians to come on and give really stellar, wholesome advice to comics coming up, and like give them pointers on how to make it in the game and shit. And it was before it became as roasty as it is, which I like the roasty stuff too, which is very cool. it's a nice tool of comedy. But I really enjoyed the old school when they were actually giving advice and shit like that. And the one thing that came up after that, like after it started to become like more roasty and stuff, you could tell the show started to get a little unstable within the cast, because you could see that Tony and Pat Reagan were having this on stage deal that was always going back and forth about something. And then when Jeremiah came on and they finally started to do the characters every week, that was sort of the thing that became the show. So I'm really, and everybody, and we all say that we don't want the band to leave, and absolutely I do not. But I will say this, is that Kill Tony is one thing, if not, or if it's anything, it is something that has redefined itself over and over and over.
Wow, that's good. Very good point.
Every time. It's like, it's in the beginning, you know, it was literally just open micers, and then, like I was saying a while ago, it became like a place where people could go and woodshed and get sage advice from legit comics when you were gone a minute ago, Dave. And then it became the big show in the main room with the band and the characters and all that stuff. And like now it's multiple regulars, and which has always been multiple regulars, but still, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's redefined itself over and over, and I'm curious to see what the next move is going to be for him.
Well, I mean, we've got a new breed of class with like Kristy, like Mario, right? Like Ryan Joseph, all of which are part of the www.killdiscord.com family.
That's right.
You know, they come in, they show their support. Anyway, that's not I'm going to pander to that. Although, what I was thinking too was, you know, we're talking about the actual Discord channel too, to wrap it up here a little bit, because we're getting close to that time. But the thing is, we were thinking of like the best moments of the Kill Discord, but honestly, you know what might be cool is maybe we should come up with some superlatives. What do they call it? Superlatives, or like some awards. You know, like the Dundies.
Yes.
You know, we'll have our version of the Dundies.
Best
maybe
wholesome,
come up with
most
some,
most wholesome moment, most intense moment.
Yeah,
like,
that could work too. Also, like best, you know, best something, or best this, or most likely to this, or whatever. That could be something fun too. But you know, we're just trying to figure out some whatever. But the so let's not forget January 4th for sure. January 4th,
Yep.
live Kill Tony audience. Kristy, you're gonna be there, right?
I'll be there.
And you're gonna
Hell
be there
yeah.
the next week, and then the next week, because I'm gonna be there January 18th. And mark my fucking words, dude. And also, Kristy, before we wrap it up, shout out, give us all your social medias. Go. Anything you're doing. And your Venmo again.
Fine. You can find me on Instagram at Trust Your Glitter. I'm on Twitter and Facebook, Kristy. That's Kristy with a K. Belich, like Bill Belichick without the Ek. Belich, Belich. I'm also, I have a podcast called The Firewolf Podcast that is on Spotify and also Anchor and all the things. So if you have any stories about animals that have changed your life, I am taking interviews for my Wednesday version of the podcast, which is Horse Talk with Kristy.
Wow.
So if you want to talk about like your favorite pet or some shit, come on to the podcast.
Heck yeah, baby.
Yeah.
I had a 7/8 Mackenzie Wolf, half 7/8 Mackenzie Wolf, half coyote. I mean, his mother was this mangy coyote that just literally came down from the hills. His father was 7/8 Mackenzie Wolf. This dog was 140 pounds. He was in my life for 10 years. With my best friend. Best dog ever, dude. Haven't had one since. It's been about 5 years since he passed away, but freaking love Guile. Good old rest in peace, Guile. Love you, buddy. But Yonder Wizard, what you got going on?
Not a whole lot. Actually, that's not true. I've got a bunch of gigs coming up this week in Myrtle Beach. Obviously, I like to share videos of my stages. All of the stages I play. I try to get a video of that.
Gotta watch it.
At Yonder Wizard, ZZERD on Instagram. I've also the Kelsey Hudgens Show, which I release episodes of whenever I feel like it, which lately has been like every 2 months or whatever. So, yeah, that. And honestly, the best thing that I could tell you to visit is killdiscord.com, because I feel like that's where a lot of my energy goes.
It does.
So
it is, and it's a good thing to put our energy in. We're gonna start working on a lot of things. Kristy, too. I wanted to bring this up to you because we are in the I am currently in the talks with a game company that is not only going to make tarot cards for us, custom tarot cards with a bunch of different members from the Discord. First, we're gonna make sure that the characters in the band, and not the characters, but that the band and the employees of the show are on first, and then anything left over will go to Discord members. But we're gonna be doing different things. Possibly a custom Monopoly game coming up or something like that. For sure, tarot cards. Possibly a Magic the Gathering type game. Maybe we're gonna see a lot of fun stuff. But definitely Kill Discord on YouTube as well. We're gonna try to start simulcasting all this stuff. Right now, I'm streaming to mine. I don't know if Yunder's even doing it live to the Kill Discord one.
It is actually on the Kill Discord. Yep.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna upload more videos to it. 2021 is not only be a big year for Kill Tony, it's gonna be a big year for Kill Discord too. We don't make any money off of this. Don't think that we do. This is not why we do this. Stop messaging me about bullshit. Also, okay?
Yeah.
I don't need your fucking. I don't care why you got kicked or banned. Okay, it doesn't matter to me. I'm not the one who did it, so don't message me. Okay. New Year's Eve, we will be here doing some stuff. We're not sure yet. We will be watching certain things on New Year's Eve. So be here New Year's Eve. Kill Discord. www.killdiscord.com. Me, Dave Sarah, YouTube. Dave XL on Twitter. Dave.Sarah on Instagram. You know where to fucking find me, dude. I'm on Parler too because I'm a fucking Republican. All right?
Fuck.
We love you, dude. We love you all. If you have any questions, come. We have a suicide hotline as well. Kristy, last words?
Thank you guys for having me on your podcast. This has been
dude. We're gonna do this so much more. You're gonna come on all the time now.
Thank
you're gonna
you so
be
much,
literally.
Kristy. You're
gonna be towing the line for us. All right. You're gonna be on. You are gonna run our Discord, our podcast. This is gonna happen. Okay.
I'm sure you can tell that we're not the best at at splitting time in the podcast, but we do appreciate you being here very much, and you are so kind. Thank you so much for the kind words. You are an uplifting soul, and we are better.
Dude.
We are better for having known you now. And
nobody cares if this wasn't funny. It was insightful.
This is good. You're a good soul. I like that.
Definitely. You need to come around more often. We're here for you. Yonder, the music.
Oh shit! Yeah, maybe I should do that, huh? Yeah, is that what you've been?
I set you up all the way. Dave.Sarah on Instagram, Dave XL on Twitter, Dave Sarah on YouTube. You have died of Dave and Tara. You'll be on there. Give it to me, baby.
Yeah. At Trust Your Glitter on Instagram, Venmo at Kristy-Belich, and screwballwhiskey.com, SKREWballwhiskey.com. Tomorrow's stories begin right here. Hashtag get screwed. Hashtag screw it forward. Tomorrow's stories begin right here. To the misfits, the black sheep, the screwballs, all other peanut butter whiskeys are fucking posers. Screwball peanut butter whiskey is the one and only peanut butter whiskey. Screwball peanut butter whiskey.
Didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry about that. Yeah, it must be that mic on the Sunset Grill one because it cuts you off all the time. But thank you very much. Thank you. They could probably hear it on your side. But to my people on my Instagram or on my YouTube, thank you very much. I love you all. Good night.
KillDiscord.com.